guys, Johnny coming in. Got another battle replay for you here on Total War Rome 2. Welcome back to the Land of Caesars. We do see some nerve. Yeah, we do. We got some Gallic Hunters. They are trying to burn the wall artillery there, but it looks like the wall artillery is not caring. Nope, wall artillery is going after the giant ballista. Okay, so yeah, everybody doesn't care about anybody. So yeah, it's going to be a good fight. Let's take a look. So we are on the settlement here of Alexandria. Town center for Alexandria is right there. Get the little blue mark in there for you guys so you know where it is. But we do have a 2v2 siege here. We're actually going to take a look at the defenders first because we have two non-Grand Campaign factions here. First, we'll take a look at Makormani being commanded by Ruru 151288, I think. And he has 6 armored Germanic swords, 4 axe warriors, 3 berserkers, 2 noble guard. General is a wood and has spear. And he also has 4 units of the noble women archers. And then we have an Armenia here, obviously not Grand Campaign because they have pikes. So Armenia here being commanded by Chill Guys, and he has 4 hillmen, 4 armored axe warriors, 2 Azat guard, 2 armored Armenian pikemen, 2 noble cataphracts, one of those being the general, and 4 noble archers. Got fire arrows. Yes, still fire arrows. Let's see how these guys are doing. One of them's really getting beat up. So yeah, getting out onto the attackers. First, we would take a look at Rome being commanded by J.S. Kevin, and he has 5 armored legionnaires, 3 Soki Extraordinari, 2 Hastati, 2 veteran legionnaires, generals, a legatus, 3 Syrian archers, 1 Balearic slinger, 2 Soki Equites Extraordinari, and a Praetorian cavalry who are way over there. I'm not sure why they were left over there. And then we do have a Nervii being commanded by Athena, and Athena has brought 7 Celtic warriors, 5 Oathsworn, 2 noble horse, one of those being the general, 4 Gallic hunters, and 2 giant ballistas, which they're down to 1 giant ballista now, I think. Yes, 1 giant ballista. So I do see the cataphracts coming outside. Okay, well, let's get ready for the beginning of the battle, guys. Tortoises making their way forward. Let's get into the bite. Let's get into the battle. Wartime. All right, so here we are, and I see 2 units of Celtic warriors starting to make their way towards the cataphract general here. But I don't know if that... Actually, I'm not going to say I don't know. That is really not a good move, because they don't have shield wall, and the cataphracts just don't care. The cataphracts literally do not care. If you don't have shield wall, they don't care. And they're going to just like that. And then let's see the other one. Yeah, just like that as well. So yeah, cataphracts don't care. They just don't. They literally could care less. Their fields are barren, if you know what I'm saying. They don't care. They do not care. Unless you have shield wall, they don't care. They just don't. So yeah, cataphracts, easy. 93 kills there, 77 kills for the general. Though the general did take a lot of losses, and I think that was from javelins. Yeah, 14 kills right there. But still, at the end of the day, they don't care. Ooh. Whoa. What is this? Do we have a cheat on the battlefield in Total War Rome 2? In a public lobby, no less? Impossible. Impossible. That would never happen. Nobody would ever cheat, right? Nobody would ever use cheesy cheat tactics to knock down a wall from the opposite side of the settlement. No, that would never happen. That would absolutely never happen. But obviously, it did happen. I don't know why did you stop? Like, keep going. You have an opportunity here. I'm not sure why he stopped. I wouldn't have stopped. If I were to ever do some cheesy stuff like that, I wouldn't have stopped. I would have kept going. Because they're all visible. The towers here are showing the defenders where you are. So, yeah, it probably should have just kept on going. Really, probably should have just kept on going. Doesn't look... Wait, hold on. We are seeing a little bit of life here from the defenders. We have some Germanic noblewomen making their way back towards the town center here. And the cavalry over here is just neutralizing towers and neutralizing morale points. I'm not sure what that whole plan is all about there. But we have not had a bit of infantry come inside the settlement just yet. So back over here, we had the cataphracts that just completely annihilated pretty much 2 entire units of Celtic Warriors, down to 64 men there, 83 men with that unit. Let's get back inside here. I'm kind of really interested to see what, the Roman cavalry is really losing out on the opportunity here. Like, it gave itself, he had a huge opportunity here to get into the town center and possibly start doing some disrupting rear charges on units. But yeah, the defenders have gotten into place here, and they have ranged units right there. They have some Azat Guard making their way across. Now the cataphracts are coming back inside. Looks like they're coming back inside. So yeah, unfortunately for Rome, the cavalry is really not going to be able to do very much. That is a shame. Now, inside, okay, here we go. We got some Hastati have come inside here. They're going to start maybe throwing some javelins, or they're just going to get absolutely wrecked by some defending javelins. There we go. A little bit of a volley into the hillman. A little bit of a volley. They are capturing, or at least they're going to neutralize the town center, or the tower here. But there is a hillman unit getting up on the wall here. Probably should have knocked that wall section down, if I'm honest, but doesn't look like they did that. Doesn't look like that was that important of a thing for them to do. So Nervii is going to charge in his Celtic warriors in onto a hillman front line, which obviously it is not Grand Campaign Armenia. What Armenia is this, guys? Let me know in the comment section below. Celtic warriors have charged in. Hastati making their way forward. Right here, these guys are throwing javelins. They have 9 kills so far. Looks like they were throwing javelins. No, they should still be throwing javelins. Nope, they are. Okay, never mind. We do have the cavalry fight going on over here. So Rome has decided to charge all 3 of his cavalry units into 1 unit of noble cataphracts, and they've lost 5 men. They have 115 kills, and now the general's going to take it upon himself to get an absolutely disgusting rear charge in onto two units of Roman cavalry there. And they're also about to they're about to add a unit of spears here as well. The heavy spear infantry going to get in here, and they're going to get right into the back of these Praetorians. Archers are firing for sure. The noble women archers are definitely firing. And the Praetorian cavalry here, for all purposes, is locked into place here. They're not going to be able to go anywhere. They are surrounded. They are surrounded. Like, there's nothing they can do. There's nowhere they can go. They have cataphracts on one side, cataphracts here, and now spears. But he's going to try and run. Okay, see. All right, well, I was going to say he could do that, but he's going to lose a lot of men as he's pulling through all of that cavalry there. Yeah, he's definitely lost more on the retreat there. You can see the bannermen still stuck in there. They are wavering now down to 34. You saw how long it took for it to catch up. But yeah, that unit just got completely annihilated. 51 there, and this unit here with 34. But they just ate a javelin volley for their troubles, and now they're charging over here where there's more Azat Guard and pikes. There's really not much they're going to be able to do. So yeah, unfortunate. Very, very, very unfortunate there for the Roman cavalry. I mean, maybe they'll get in here now because Macromani's kind of a little out of position, but he's probably going to make it there in time. Yeah, he's going to make it there in time, and they're still just eating more javelins. I know I'm missing the fight over there, but, like, this is just... Oh, my God, that was disgusting. That was absolutely atrocious. That Equite unit, 8 kills. That unit with 9. The general, 117 kills. The other unit there with 149. All right, back up on the front line here, guys. Let's see what's going on. We got Hastati there. We got the Soci Extraordinare, some more Celtic warriors there. The Roman Hastati over here, the only Hastati, Rome's Hastati has moved forward. They're going to take on some hillmen down here on the ground. Now, they still have the other hillmen on top of the wall there. They do have 26 kills, so they might be out of ammunition. But yeah, Hastati should be able to beat hillmen, no problem, unless they're being rear charged by more hillmen. He's going to try and run them back out of there. Probably, it's going to cost him a couple men trying to do that. Oh, a lot of men. Oh, my God, he lost a lot of men. And now he's firing into his own men. Oh, gosh, this is rough. This is definitely rough. This is absolutely rough. What is going on here? Why are we testudoing and then stopping and then testudoing and I don't know if you know how his testudo works, but that's not how it works. I mean, yeah, I guess that's how it works, but you're supposed. Never mind. Okay, you're supposed to go into the testudo and stay in the testudo to make it work. But yeah, Armored Axe Warriors here in the center taking on Celtic Warriors. Celtic Warriors getting absolutely annihilated. 46 kills for a Celtic Warrior. More of them here with 4 kills. They're already down 9 men. Currently taking on a Armored Axe Warrior there from Armenia, and you can see that the combat is even currently, but it was just saying that the Armored Axe Warriors were winning. And look at Macromani, just chilling. Just straight up chilling over here. Oh, we got another wall coming down. Okay. We have an Oathsworn coming in here by themselves. I would not do this, especially with an Oathsworn, because you have a tower right here that's just shooting them, and then you're going to have javelin. Yep, just like that. Murderous sticks to kill your very high-priced Oathsworn. Who, don't get me wrong, Oathsworn are really good, but when you bring them in by themselves, and they have no back... Oh, wait, hold on. We got a Celtic Warrior coming in now. Okay, they're going to try and give some help. But unfortunately, I think they're eating some javelins. They're definitely eating more. Oh, nope, that's the Oathsworn. Oathsworn getting wrecked. Here we go. A little bit of a payback. Javelin volley there for the Celtic Warriors as they charge on into this Germanic Axe Warrior unit. Let's see how we're looking back down over on this side. We have a Noble Horse. It's charging through the breach. He's actually doing something. I guess he helped waver this Hillman unit. But now the Noble Horse is inside. I'm not really sure where he's planning on going here with it. But they are. Okay, they're going to come around this way. Again, they should definitely remember that there's spears over here and pikes. Oh, the Noble Horse is just going to charge in there. And right into Cavalry counter-tactics. So yeah, that's not going to be good. That is not going to be good. But okay, he's brought the unit around. He was able to sneak them around, completely bypassing a unit of archers that were right there. He's going to go in for these archers. Okay. Noble Armenian archers taking a big charge there. But I'm pretty sure that they double as spear infantry. So yeah, the cavalry's not going to do very much against them because they turn right into spears, and they also have 60 armor. So there's really not much the Noble Horse are going to be able to do. And here comes another unit. Yep, the Azak card has chased all the way over here, so this Noble Horse is going to be gone. Let's take a look at the Oathsworn. How is he faring? Not very well. 64 kills down to 48 men. And now, yeah, Macromani's probably going to just do one of these and one of those. We still have decent... I mean, there's still 2 more Oathsworn outside. Rome still has a lot of his big boy infantry back here. His Armored Legionnaire is still sitting way back over here. He still does have another unit of his Balearics, I believe. He has 1 Balearic and one of his other... oh, God. Syrian archers getting destroyed. What even hit them? 45 men left. I don't even know what shot them. But all right, back in the center here, Rome pressing in. Oathsworn. We have an Oathsworn there from Nervii. Some more of the Soccer Extraordinari infantry. Speaking of... oh, there we go. We got an archer unit that's about to die. Gallic Hunters. Yeah. They're definitely going to die. Oh, they're dying right now. Never mind. The Armenian archers are just destroying them. Turning. We got pikes. They're not going anywhere. Yeah, that archer unit's dead. Unfortunate. Definitely very unfortunate. Okay, so now we have the Noble Horse General of Nervii going to charge on in here. Now, this center is breaking a little bit, so the attackers do have the opportunity to possibly start making a little bit of pressure here. Start making their way forward as that guard. Looks like I think they got hit with that artillery strike and lost 1 man. That's crazy. What is that? Is that somebody floating? Oh, no, it's a horse. I thought it was somebody floating there. So yeah, that Oathsworn and Celtic Warrior that attacked over on that side got absolutely ripped apart. We have the pikes have moved forward. They have a unit of Soki Extraordinare, but it looks like the pikes are going to fall back now. The Extraordinare should absolutely be chasing them as they have their pikes up and are facing away. They should definitely be chasing them, but they are not. They are, unfortunately, they are not. And the pikes are just going to be able to walk away. I mean, yeah, they're going to take some losses, but I don't think Armenia really cares all that much about taking the losses because he's got more Azak Guard standing right there. He's got another Azak Guard right there, and his Macromani ally, I'm not trying to be mean, I'm just saying, like, his Macromani ally has really just started getting involved in the fight. And he's got his armored axe warriors, or I'm sorry, his armored Germanic swords over here, 125, 126. Another unit there with 96 kills. Looks like they're starting to make their way outside to, yes they are, they're going outside to get it on with a unit of Osworn, but nope, they're going to decide to pull back. I mean, they don't really need to go out there. They really don't need to go out there. Cataphracts coming around again. The general down to 32 men. The other unit there with 45, but 150 and 117 on the kill counts to this point. Now we have some of the Gallic Hunters of Nervii trying to do something. They're getting up on the wall there, but unfortunately they're facing the wrong way. They're facing the wrong way, and I think they're out of ammo. Are they out of ammo? Oh, they are out of ammunition. Well, doesn't matter. Armenia is like, you can die. Doesn't matter. Now we have a stack. Oh my God, we have a pike stack. Yeah, that is a serious pike stack. Let's turn this around and take a look at what. Yeah, look at what you're facing. Look at what you're trying to face here. You have an Azat Guard and an Armenian pikeman stacked together. That's rough. That is a rough thing. That's dangerous. That's scary. That's nightmare fuel right there. We have an Azat Knight right there. I'm sorry, Azat Guard right there. The Germanic Noble Archers getting some solid kills, firing in, getting some shots in onto this Osworn. Again, Osworn, another one just getting completely ripped apart. The shooting here, actually 136 kills, 92 men left in that one. Now Rome's going to get a rear charge. There you go. Okay, so Rome's going to start rear charging some of these Germanic troops. Not a horrible idea. Not a horrible idea. We got the Osworn making their way forward. Back over on this side, yeah, the Roman troops are now backing up. I don't know. Did they try and throw javelins? Or Pila? They have 105 kills, but they were fighting Hillman. They were fighting Hillman over there. It's not really the greatest, you know, not a huge thing. All right, so we got the Osworn here. Looks like they're going to line up and start throwing some Pila, some javelins, whatever, into the Armenian Azat Guard. Start trying to dwindle the numbers down just a little bit. Right behind them, you see the noblewomen archers firing away. And here we go. Grand Campaign, Osworn going to charge in onto DLC spears. Stab them in the neck. Kind of nervous about bringing the unit back up. I want to see, is Osworn getting wrecked? Oh, they're actually winning decisively. There you go. Winning decisively. That's good to see. Chariots. Sorry. Cataphracts outside. General 32 men. So nothing really has changed with the Cataphracts. Though they're going to come over here and kill this ballista crew and gain themselves probably a second. Oh, they just got it. Yep, they got the second chevron there. Right? Oh, no, that's the general. The general has two chevrons, sorry. Is the Scorpion firing at the Cataphracts on this tower? Interesting. But yeah, this Cataphract is definitely going to get himself a second chevron from taking out the ballista crew, the fixed ballista crew there. So yeah. Back inside, Osworn still fighting it on, taking on a unit of the Azat Guard there. He's got his other Osworn here, kind of hiding behind the just totally blanked on what this is called. You know what I mean, though, what I'm trying to say there. Yeah, this is just, I don't know why they're still coming over here. That is what is called impassable. You have a Azat Guard and an armored Armenian pikeman stacked together. Unless you have javelins with 168 kills, I'm going to get, you do have a little bit. Okay, hold on. And they're going to charge in Oh, nope. Yes, they are. They're going to charge into pikes. Not a good idea. Losing a couple of more men. The Azak Guard are just doing a great job defending the pikes, not letting the pikes really take a whole lot of damage. And the other pikeman unit has now made its way from the town center over here. We got some berserkers coming out there from Macromani. Okay, we got more charging in over here. Soki Extraordinare taking on 2 Germanic Axe Warriors. We have another unit of the armored Germanic Swords coming around. Where's that other berserker? I see one there. Is it still sitting back? Oh, it is still sitting back there. Okay. Macromani, 19 kills there. This unit here with 0. So Macromani really hasn't not used their artillery very much. And the armored Germanic Swordsman getting a javelin volley. They're going to back up. This Axe Warrior going to back up. What do we got? 102 and 92. Okay, hold on. The Noble Horse General. Oh, I thought he was going to go back outside. Okay, let's see how we're looking over here. Pretty much what I thought was going to happen. I mean, they're getting some kills. They are getting some kills. That. Archers need to be firing over here. Archers need to be firing over here, though they did. Actually, hold on a second. They got the Azak Guard out of position. That's actually going to be really helpful. Disengage! Charge them. You got to follow them. You're not going to follow them. Nope. Oh, they got a javelin volley in their back, though. That's good. And the pikes are still considerably far behind them, so that's actually not a terrible thing for the Oswar to try and take an opportunity here to get some kills. Now the pikes are going to get back involved. All right, let's back up over here again. I see the cataphracts moving. I see the cataphracts moving. Now we still have 4 armored legionnaires outside. Where's his 5th one? It's veteran, armored legionnaire over here, getting absolutely roasted by an armored Germanic sword. Oh, hold on. Now it says that they're losing, but yeah, we still have more Macromani sitting over here. Bowwomen here, 53 kills there. Still 2 more units there. 0 and 0. Oh my gosh, they have so much ammo left. 97 kills there for that one. These boys in the middle, 91 and 145. That one's in melee. I believe that one's in melee. 210 kills. Yeah, they definitely earned themselves to be in melee. For sure, 210 kills. Now the attackers are going to start falling back, trying to get away from the pikes here, which is going to allow the berserkers now. Are the berserkers going to come through? Oh, boy. Are the berserkers going to come on through here? No, doesn't look like they are. Does not look like they are. I thought for sure they were going to charge on through there and trying to get some kills, but they have not done that. And now Rome is going to bring in the rest of his force. Side of one of his Syrian archers out there. Artillery starting to fire there. Is that... Which one is that? Right there on the wall. 69 kills now. Giggity. Wow. 50 more kills from the last time we saw him. We do have berserkers mixed in over here now. Yeah, Rome is going to have to deal with some berserkers. And it looks like Rome is actually getting surrounded. Yeah, they are. Oh my goodness. That was brutal. And we have... Is that the Roman... It is. The Roman general has now charged in onto the line over here. Berserkers are going to fall back. General's going to keep on going, but we have another armored Germanic sword unit right there. They have now held up the general, who is losing decisively. Not sure why he pulled the berserkers out. Could have just left them in there and let them go on berserk. Let them just start slaughtering everything. Cataphract, the other cataphract, I should say, has caught out that one Syrian archer that was left outside. So they're probably going to die. And now we have the noble horse general of Nervii. Looks like he's going to... Is he refreshing? I mean, he could refresh. Oh, he gave this Oathsworn the battle rhythm. Okay. So no refreshing from the Noble Horse General. And now this Cataphract is going to have a field day of a charge in onto the back of these unsuspecting Roman units. Noble Horse is going to charge in onto the Cataphract, but, I mean, the Cataphract already has done his damage. He's already done his damage. 236 kills. The archers are still firing in there, getting kills on that Noble Horse General. It is not looking good. We are down to 1:42 left. Finally, that Syrian archer's getting taken out. But I see, yeah, I was going to say, I see this coming. He's just going to break right on through those guys and get into these Syrian archers here. 161 kills. We got 45 there, another 107 there, though the Noble Horse General trying to run away from that fight, more than likely causing himself to lose more men as he runs away from the fight. He's still being chased by that Cataphract there as well. The Noble Cataphract here, 182 kills now. He's got to get into those archers because the archers are just shooting him in the back, along with the archer towers definitely shooting him in the back, but I don't really think he cares all that much anymore. I mean, his general is still alive. At least looks like his general is still alive at the moment. But the pikes, where are the pikes? Yeah, Armenian pikemen still there. Armenian pikemen still over here, kind of. They are kind of still here, but they're actually getting shot. Were those nobles? Were those Armenian archers shooting their own men? Oh, no, they're not. Okay, it's volleying over the top. It looked like it was kind of clipping into the back of those Armenian pikemen there. But all right, here we go. Oathsworn, they have broken through. I don't know why Armenia pulled back, but now the attackers have a little bit of an opportunity, but it's not going to be much. And there you go. Yeah. So, two DLC factions taking on a very powerful Rome. Rome is obviously a very powerful faction. Nervii, in its own right, is a pretty good faction, but the amount of Celtic warriors that they had, just Celtic warriors really weren't going to be able to stand up very well. But, all right, let's take a look at the army. So the battle was sent in by Chill Guys. He was the one that sent it into the Hungry Wolves Discord, so thank you very much, bud, for sending it on over. He ended up with 2,262 kills, 187, 252 with his general and his other Cataphract there. His archers, 225, 159, 132, 125. Great job. One of his pikes, 105 kills. Some of the axes here, 210. His Hillman, top unit was an 83, and one of his Azat guard there with 105. Then we have Ruru, 151288, playing as a Makaramani, 1536 for him. Berserkers, 142. Dramatic Swords, 118, 135, 128, 148, 163. Pretty good job overall. And then the Axe Warriors, 104, 118, and 103. Getting into Rome, being commanded by J.S. Kevin. We had 1,450 kills for him. None of his cavalry did anything. Unfortunately, that was just not... he cheated. He cheated. Like, I can't say that he didn't. Then we have one of his Syrian archers there with 120 kills. Armored Legionnaires, 116. One of the... Actually, all three of his Soki Extraordinari did well. 168, 173, and 105. Both of his Hadi both of his Stadi over 100 kills. 108, 120, and one of his Veteran Legionnaires there with 199. And then we have Athena playing as Nervii, 1433 on the kill count. General, unfortunately, got smoked. The Ballistas, neither one of them did very much of anything. The other Noble Horse got destroyed. Gallic Hunters got destroyed. Celtic Warriors, unfortunately, yeah, there really wasn't not very much that the Celtic Warriors were going to be able to do here. Oathsworn with a big swing, though. 171, 238, 169, and 200. So 4 out of the 5 Oathsworn getting over 100. Actually, 2 of them over 200. I mean, the other 2 were kind of close to 200. I'm trying to do whatever I can do here, but this was just, yeah, this was a brutal beat-up battle here for the 2 non-DLC, or the 2 DLC factions here, the non-Grand Campaign factions. Still a fun one to cover, though, for sure. You get to see, again, how powerful the DLC factions are against the Grand Campaign factions. But that is where I'm going to leave you guys here. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, and as always, until the next one.